So, who wants to tell me what happened last game? Not everyone all up? Who wants to... Okay. Sorry, for some reason my settings popped up. So, who wants to tell me what happened last game?
Let's see.
Oh, I don't know if I took proper notes.
We had an extremely good deal making session with a cool lady, and there will be no negative consequences whatsoever to speak of.
Oh, she was upfront about the negative consequences. I found my notes. It says it right here. Side effects.
At least y'all know what your side effects are. My side effect is hunted.
I could wager a guess that maybe you'll be hunted.
Trying to remember if anything happened before the deal-making session.
We took watches, and several things happened during watch. I think Gus and Helios took first watch.
Yes, there was an entire waking up learning experience for Jack. Basically, how not to wake people up.
There was like ball bearings involved. I remember there was a big to-do about waking up.
How not to wake up Darius. A how-to guide.
Hawthorne had her knife stuck in a tree for like 10 minutes.
More learning experiences. Things that stood out for me. During watch, we did discover that there were eyes in the woods. When trying to investigate the eyes, they kind of flitted away. Whatever was watching us appeared to be getting bold during the evening, but nothing ever really approached us.
Definitely creepy things in the woods.
At one point, Hawthorne ended up taking their rabbit out of their bag, and I don't remember if it was a nature check or just an observation, but it did appear as though the rabbit was decaying faster than would be normal. On closer inspection and opening it up, it screamed. With its head, not on its body. The head screamed, the body did not. It was full of rotten straw, like a taxidermied rabbit. Someone threw, I think it might have been Hawthorne, someone threw the rabbit into the woods, and there were dogs nearby that fucking tore it to pieces. They were just there, near camp, hanging out. That was cool.
I mean, something tore it to pieces, yes.
I think the party agreed that Anise would be elected as the de facto leader. A de facto election of sorts. Because they have...
just kind of happened.
Anise has an int bonus, apparently, out of all the party. Actually has a positive in that area.
Has one.
So that's cool. Has a brain cell. Minimum requirements made. You can make spaghetti. Excellent. You're the leader now.
She was not smart enough to step back when we all did.
We met Madame Ledoux, Ledeux, in a clearing in this rotten, dying, decaying swamp. There was a bastion of color and fresh flowers and fresh growth and a nice little cabin, and in the doorway, seeming to beckon us, was a woman with dreadlocks. We came and said hello. Her name is Madame Ledoux. She trades in herbs and shit. Not the best note taken on my part. All benefits have side effects. So it seems like she's a trader of some kind who's in the right place at the right time, but cannot directly intervene with things. Don't know about you guys, but I'm thinking it sounds kind of fey to me. Everything has a price. You can't really meddle that much, but that's just the player speculating.
That is the vibe I got. I
Cool.
agree with the vibe.
Vibe is shared. Shared vibes. Hawthorne traded hallucinogenic mushrooms for marching powder, which was described as a long rest in a bottle, which comes with side effects. Multiple deals were struck with the tarot dealing card wielding Madame Ledoux. Every deal has a price. Not everyone made deals. It would appear that Stylish Jack and Rowan are the learned, smarter, or just warier of the group, as they did not partake, while others, for one reason or another, made deals. Anise gained...
Uber Gus.
Gus became Uber Gus and gained a hankering, perhaps for flesh, we're not sure yet. Anise picked up a touch of empathy and was also promised to be visited by those she slayed. Slayed. Darren learned how to tap into the magic of his lifeblood at the risk of becoming a monster himself. Helios unlocked some kind of magical potential within themselves, but also broke something that was keeping them from being hidden. They are now hunted. And Hawthorne got further in touch with the Feywild, which came with with detriment all its own, being not unable to lie, but it seemed lying would be harder for them. I think it was Darren who asked if Madame Ledoux had any further information for us, any hints, any tips. All we could glean was that during our travels we may come across a collapsing tower, and that it would behoove us, mind the pun, to investigate. Also, Madame Ledoux is not the hag.
She's very clearly labeled as not
That's
the
on
hag.
the sign.
It says it on the sign. Not the hag.
And some signs can be trusted.
Some signs can be trusted, and if there are signs that can't be trusted, well, they really shouldn't be signs.
Also, the spectrum of what things can be has how we now know it can be metal or meat or straw. So we now understand there are 3 things that it can be.
So one thing can be 3 things?
No, a thing can only be one of the 3 things. But now there's a 3rd thing it can be, is how Hawthorne understands it.
So any one thing can be made of any one thing? Any of 3 things?
Yes. Yes. Of metal or meat or straw.
Metal, meat, or straw. I think you have the fundamentals of alchemy. I think that's what that is.
I'm waiting
say
for
that
the
out
day
loud?
Hawthorne meets someone with a prosthesis. And I will laugh.
I want to make that character so bad. Nothing exists to
can't wait till he meets
encapsulate
it.
those abilities, though.
I can't wait till he meets a dryad.
Oh!
Last session, Darren said the words vampire to Hawthorne, and Hawthorne was like, "Why are you talking so mean about yourself, man? There's no need to engage in that negative self-talk."
Oh, shit.
Fully missed the point.
Oh, we love that for them.
We do. We really do.
Good times.
Okay. Anything anyone else wants to add?
At the end of last game, Gus seemed to be kind of off-put by the whole making deals and stuff. He kind of carried on away from this place in a bit of a huff. I don't know if that was picked up on, but that's kind of where his head is.
I think Helios was kind of hurrying after him. Helios was also kind of quiet.
Alright, let's pick up on those 2.
Uh-oh.
think the only lead that we have is that this thing is supposed to be eastward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, eastward.
Helios, you're moving towards Gus?
Yeah, I'm kind of following after him. If he's hurrying off, then I am kind of like trotting after him.
Yeah, he's moving with purpose. He's not about to bolt from the party, especially not after seeing like what has been happening. Breaking from the herd would be a really bad move, and even he's smart enough to know that. But he is trying to like move things along.
He just kind of opens his mouth and like reaches forward to say something, then lets his hand drop and closes his mouth, raises his hand and looks at it. Snaps his fingers a couple times until little magical sparks begin to appear. And then his face lights up and he begins like pointing at his other hand and realizes he can now like magically vacuum up all the dirt and grime on him and begins prestidigitating himself as they march through the swamp. Still not quite breaking out of his own head, but it probably is one of the most quietest he's been while conscious in the group.
I think with snapping fingers, Gus has got a passive perception of 13. Would it be reasonable to him to pick up on that?
Oh yeah, he's near enough and not making any attempt to like hide the sound or hide what he's doing.
All right. So during the process, you do get a glance back, and Gus kind of looks you up and down as he's moving and pushing like, a big tree branch aside, ducking under it, making a path. Kind of looks past you to see how far the others are in terms of like whether or not everyone's keeping up, whether or not he can keep like within eye line of the party. I'm assuming we have
outpace the rest of the party. Oh no!
Are you guys gonna talk to each other, or are you guys just vibing? I thought there was. Sorry, I may have missensed that there was like a conversation that was about to happen.
Yeah, maybe.
We ended on Anise and Helios talking.
We did? What are they talking about?
Helios was just asking why
Oh.
Anise did the thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
pick up on that. Pick up on that.
Oh jeez.
Well, they asked that, and Anise told them that there was somebody that she trusted and wished she had better insight on them because she basically got screwed over.
Yeah, I don't think Helios would press too deep into that conversation after that. Or at least they would continue forward with Anise and maybe not ask questions, but also not like immediately run off. So Anise knows that if she wanted to say more, Helios is there, but they're not going to press until Anise wants to share.
Yeah, Anise wouldn't elaborate. She would let that fall into silence unless Helios said something else.
Darren wouldn't say anything.
All right. Is anyone gonna have any conversations? I guess.
While everyone is pensive and in their thoughts, Hawthorne is not, and will be wanting to immediately. What is the closest animal she sees within? What is the closest animal she sees?
There's some birds around.
She would like. She'll go skitter up to really excitedly to the birds. And I think like her eyes start to glow as she channels this new Fey magic for the first time, and she casts Speak with Animals.
Ooh.
Which was the other spell I took for my Fey Touched.
Okay.
She can speak to these birds and understand what they're saying. And she goes up to them and is like, "Hi, can you understand me?
Hi.
Can you understand me now?
Hi. Yes. I can.
I didn't really have a plan for this conversation because I was really just excited that I can talk to birds now. My name's Hawthorne. Do you have a name? Do birds have names?
We do. And then they trill out a very long series of notes. Hi, Hawthorne. I'm happy to meet you. I'm glad you can talk to birds too.
Wow, birds are really nice.
Some are.
And much more helpful. Much more helpful than more helpful than spiders. You know, we're looking for a hag. We're looking for a hag in a tower. You know where a hag in a tower is?
Tower. Yes. Tower. Old tower. Good for perching. It's falling down. We gotta be careful. Lots of bugs.
Did you point? Do you know anything more specific than just to the east?
It's near a big old tree.
Have you seen any? There seems like there's been a lot of messed up stuff happening in the woods recently. Have you noticed any of it?
Yeah. It's bad. It's real bad. It's large and scary and pointy teeth things, and if you stay too long, you turn into a large, scary, pointy teeth thing. So we don't stay long. We just get bugs and leave.
Did you stay in the woods at all?
We fly. We fly away, and then back, and then away, and then back.
Okay, well, thank you. My group's all seems very upset and sad right now, and I'm not really sure why.
I can sing them a song. Songs help us. I can sing them a song.
I don't think they're the song type, but I appreciate it very much. She digs into her. I digs into her pockets and pulls out whatever food she has. And I guess just sets it down for the birds.
Oh yeah, the birds are happy.
Thank you for that. I hope you have a good rest of your day.
You have a good day too. Good day, Hawthorne.
Good day, bird. And then Hawthorne catches up to the group and relays all of that information.
So did they tell you where this tree was?
You can talk to birds?
Yeah. Yeah, thanks to Madame Ledoux. I don't have to turn into a bird anymore to talk to the birds.
Oh, that's so cool.
I guess if we see the big tree, we know that we're there.
Right, but did they say that they could maybe take us there?
Like, give me a second. I run back to the birds.
They are still there because you gave them food.
Would you be willing to follow us to where the tower is?
Oh no! You can't get that close. They're pointy things. They shoot pointy things. Bad for birds. Bad for hawthorns too. You should probably not go there.
Yeah, I think we're probably not gonna solve this conflict peacefully.
Are you good at not being stabbed by pointy things?
I think so. I've avoided it so far.
Okay. Well, these are they're like evil. They're like evil trees, but not trees. They walking evil trees. They shoot pointy things. They're really bad. I can show you where they are, and you can. Ooh, if you're good at killing things, you can kill them, and then that would make them not be alive anymore.
Yeah, that would work.
Okay, cool. You want to kill the pointy things? The pointy evil walking trees?
Wait, give me a second. I run back to the group. I run back to our party. They want us to maybe get rid of some evil pointy things that are dangerous around here, and could show us where those are.
Well, if
Do they want to do that?
To the hide, then sure.
Evil pointy things?
Wouldn't
Big
evil
trees
pointy
that
things.
walk.
So we're fighting thorn bushes?
Gus
think so.
scratches his head. That sounds kind of like what the druids used.
Anise, you're the leader. Do you think this is a good idea?
So let me get this straight. There's pointy trees? What are you talking about?
Evil thorn bushes.
Evil thorn
There's
bushes.
It seems like
let's be
hag
honest,
stuff.
it's not exactly the weirdest thing we fought so far.
I mean, if they're hurting the birds, then kind of have to help the birds.
A bird
If
lands
they're
on Hawthorne's head.
caused by the hag, then I guess we should.
Are they over by the tower?
Justice for the birds!
Hey, bird on my head. Are the evil trees associated with the hag?
Yeah. She made them. She made them. She made and makes them.
This very intelligent bird says that the hag made the trees.
Well, I'm down.
I like your big
We
friend.
have to trim the hag's bush.
Can I stand on your friend? Can my friend stand on your friend?
Gus, can the bird stand on you?
Okay.
Yes.
Oh boy, I'm so excited! And then a bird flies over, and there's like 3 birds land on Gus's horns.
Helios has envious, sparkly eyes.
That's two more than one, but alright.
Darren just scoffs.
I'm gonna rummage through my bag and look for food that's suitable for birds.
Okay, so
Are we going the right way for...
beat up some trees. Pretty sure we're going the right way. Gus, are we going the right way?
We're going east. Hawthorne, can you have the birds, I don't know, point in the right direction and I'll follow their beaks.
Hey, could you, orient yourself to where the trees are?
Okay. Follow me. I'll take you where their nest is. Think nest. I don't know if trees nest. And the bird gets distracted for a second, thinking about whether or not trees nest, before beginning to lead you in a direction.
I could talk with Heather doing that bird voice the entire night. and I would
Absolutely.
have a phenomenal time. I could
We
do
would all
this
be here
for another
for it.
hour.
Gus is gonna like aside to Hawthorne and like kind of like stage whispering, not knowing if birds can hear him, but be sure to tell him thank you. I think.
Gus says thank you.
Helios is trying to coax a bird onto their head with the last good berry they have in their pocket.
Oh, I mean, it is very easy to, when you have established yourselves as friends to these birds, you now have about 5 birds dispersed amongst you. One is
birds.
flipping from tree to tree to tree. About 3 are on Gus. Helios, when you have food in your hand, like, you get 2 birds. Like, living your best Disney princess life.
I'm a Disney princess.
Who's Disney?
If they were crows, we'd be murder hobos.
Not that point in the story arc yet.
Helios is visibly in a better mood now that they have birds.
Darren is visibly in a worse mood now that there are birds.
Each one of these is an omen. Each one of these is bad.
Jack seems to have a bit more of a spring in his step.
And these are small birds. These are like sparrows.
Oh, my heart.
I do have to clarify that I will lose contact with these birds when 10 minutes are over. I only have 10 minutes. I only have 10 minutes of being able to translate for these birds without having to cast the spell again.
And whatever you do, make sure you don't step to the tweet.
Jesus. Oh no.
Okay. As you head deeper eastward into the swamp, your bird guide stops flitting from tree to tree and just lands on one, kind of watching you all, tweeting at you expectantly.
Approach the bird. Ooh.
If you guys want to put yourself on the south side of the map.
Ooh. I'm in a completely wrong virtual tabletop. Forgive me.
Oh no!
This isn't the Forge game. This is the Roll20 game.
Why am I a little weird icon? What the hell?
If you click on your character sheet and click edit,
yep.
There's the avatar, and then underneath that is default token. Make sure that you have something in the default token.
That's, yeah. Or do it the smart way.
Yeah, do it that way. That would be the way I prefer you to do it.
I put it in the top one, not the bottom one.
That's all right.
I'm an idiot.
That confuses a lot of people.
How cool the rest of the cast is, but how much of a doofus Hawthorne is will never not make me laugh. Just seeing
what evens out the party.
Her goofy little goblin face next to Darren. It's genuinely really cool. Darren's genuinely so cool, and Rowan's genuinely so cool, and Anise is so cool. And Hawthorne's stumbling face first at talking to birds.
Hawthorne's just vibing. They're just here for a good time.
Again, it evens out the party. That's why Hawthorne is one of my favorite characters.
I'll be right back.
That's all right. We'll see you then.
Uh-oh.
Already starting.
It begins.
Ah!
The first creature on initiative is a bird.
Ah!
Alright, while we wait for Jim to get back, I suppose I should get some dice out.
Little dice rolling is a treat.
Whoa! Listen to all that dice.
You take 735 points of bludgeoning damage.
Because the tower freaking fell on me.
Piercing.
Oh, wait.
Oh, we're fighting a swarm of spiders then.
Hey, I've seen swarms of spiders kill people.
Exactly.
Swarms in general are just lethal.
Pain in the ass.
I haven't had much luck with swarm of rats, but swarm of spiders, they're deadly.
Both equally a pain in the ass. See, there you go. You got Jim.
Frog.
Thank you for suggesting that site. It helped a lot.
Oh yeah, that site kicks ass.
I don't know what site it is, but hell yeah, it does.
Okay. So, you are brought to this area by your bird friend, who bounces up and down expectantly looking at you all.
I dig into my pack of rations and pull out a bit of bread to offer it to the bird.
Mm-hmm. Bird happily takes it.
I'm assuming it's been longer than 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just, Hawthorne's gonna cast Speak with Animals again. I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals again and be like, and then, almost start shouting and then realize that she should maybe be a little stealthy. And stage whispers, Are we near where the bad trees are?
Yeah, you're super near. Super near. There's lots.
Can you point out one of the bad trees?
I don't want to get too close. But if you keep walking, they'll get you. They'll get you.
Okay, thank you. You all should probably skedaddle so that you don't get hit by either the trees or us.
Oh, ask it what it's like to fly.
What's it like to fly?
It's great. What's it like to walk all the time?
It's also pretty great.
Yeah.
I love getting. Yeah.
Wait, what's pretty great?
Walking's pretty great.
Walking sucks.
You're wrong, but that's okay.
Gus snorts derisively.
I want to fly.
Also, the bad trees are really close.
My friend says your friend smells nice. And one of the other birds on Helios trills happily.
The birds say you smell nice, Helios.
Sparkly eyes like this is the greatest compliment they've ever received. The bird thinks I smell nice.
Yeah, checks it out. Gus is gonna take out his axe.
What does Helios smell like after all of this?
Tiefling and prestidigitation.
At the moment, probably full anime with the sparkly eyes.
Yes.
Full.
You know what? I want to say with the. Let me check something real quick. I might actually have an answer to that. So if a niece takes a sniff out of curiosity, there's kind of a surprising crispness to his scent, almost like you know the smell of like snow on a winter's day, like that sort of like hard to describe, but
Like
it
ozone, but
smells.
better.
Yeah, sure, but that's the smell. It's faint, but after all that prestidigitating, yeah, instead of smelling like fire or brimstone, Helios smells like a winter day.
Okay.
Weird, but okay.
As the birds fly off, does everyone want to roll me initiative?
Okay. Gotta remember. I got it.
That is a 19.
Yeah, Hawthorne, can you re-roll, but make sure to have your token selected?
Damn, you roll 20. You interneces, I will never understand you. I rolled better that time. It's funny. But I'm also, yeah.
I remembered. That's right. Jack can be taught.
Darn it!
What'd you say darn it for?
Because now I have to figure out what I need to do immediately.
Yep.
And I am not familiar enough with Rogue that is easy. Or
Stealth.
not Rogue. You see my problem. Yes.
So when I was learning how to play a spellcaster, I got the cards off of Amazon and I used that to learn my spells. I always strongly recommend that.
Yeah, well, I have the ones for Rogue, which helped quite a bit when I got them, and I'm like, should get Bard now.
Yep. The only way to learn how to use your character is to study it.
What's your subclass? Swords?
Yes.
Okay.
But it won't let me load it into Roll20. Because I don't have whatever pack that is.
Got it.
So, yeah. Just makes it interesting.
Oh, hold on, Jill. I can actually fix that very easily for you.
That would be awesome.
Copy link. And I mean, honestly, this is for anyone that likes to use Roll20 and character collaboration. You can use that link and join that campaign, and it will give you all the books that I've bought through Roll20.
Oh.
Very nice. Thank you for sharing.
No problem. But your subclass I should own your subclass, Jill, so. If at some point you want to go through and modify your character, you can through there.
Okay. Obviously not during combat, but probably at least before next game I should be able to get to that.
Perfecto. Anything I can do to help.
Okay. So what are you doing, Rowan? You don't see any immediate targets.
I see no immediate targets. Okay, that is a level 2 spell. Let us not use that the first freaking instant of anything. It is terribly insulting that cantrip lasts only till the end of my turn. I am insulted.
We're not in combat, correct?
No, but you guys are very close enough to combat that I'd like to keep you in initiative order. If you'd like
That's
to pass,
fine.
Rowan, you can.
That's what I was just going to ask, just due to the fact we're not
Yeah.
in combat.
Does anybody
pass
have
me
any?
for now.
Sorry. Does anybody have any lantern oil?
Good question. Checking.
Okay, Hawthorne, you're up.
So as a bonus action, Hawthorne will let the mushrooms throw out a starry aura that land on her person in the constellation of an archer.
Mm-hmm.
And this is her archer starry form. What's the closest tree?
Would you like to roll a perception check to see if you see any enemies?
I would love to roll a perception check.
Okay.
This character has good perception. That's a 17.
You see this tree is moving suspiciously.
Could you click that? Oh, okay, yes. First, I would like to cast Fairy Fire. I'd like to cast Fairy Fire. Okay, so I can create like a 20... Okay, so a 20-foot cube within a blue light with that fella in the center. And that tree and anything within that 20-foot cube has to make a dexterity save DC 13.
Like that? Like that?
Yes.
That's a 15-foot cube.
You know what? I try not to be specific, okay?
Sorry. Oh god. Oh man.
You make the cube then, Jesus.
Okay, I'll make the cube.
I don't know. My favorite game console, the Nintendo Fey Cube. It occurs to me, that works. And if it catches anything in that sphere or in that area, it needs to take a dexterity save DC 13.
Hey, guess what?
What was that?
Oh!
I got the humble bundle.
It's the humble bundle.
It's paid for itself now. It's all worth it.
It has all a template for every single 5e spell.
That's pretty tight.
That's legit.
That's the best I've ever seen in my life.
That's the bee's knees.
Funny magic.
Is it sad that you have a bunch of people that get amused over little things?
Nope.
Oh, I love the shiny bits. Give me levers to pull and bright blinking lights to look at, and I'm good.
I'm sold. I'm already sold on the game.
Listen, it has RGB lighting. It's gotta be good.
Okay, so that guy needs, and the cube doesn't move, right?
I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but I will double check.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, great. I'm going to move it to the map layer so I don't accidentally activate it.
Now that's thinking with layers.
That was a dexterity save, yeah?
Yes. How dexterous can it be? It's a tree.
So that's
it's
11.
like
I think
That fails.
Okay, so I believe it has disadvantage.
No,
we have
attack
advantage.
rolls.
Oh, you guys have
We have advantage. So, to use that advantage, Hawthorne's Starry Archer form basically does like a basic, does like a 1d8 attack. So that's gonna fire at this. The Fairy Fire was her action, and the Starry form was her bonus action.
Okay, and you can attack as part of the shift.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
cool.
and it is a spell attack, but it's not a spell. So you use your spell attack modifier, but it's not a spell.
Sure.
Correct.
Sam is nodding at me, so.
A 19 to hit.
19 definitely hits.
For a big, whopping 5 damage.
Okay.
More where that came from.
Did you roll advantage?
Yes.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
It does not sound happy, and as it makes an angry hissing noise, you hear lots of other skitterings in the undergrowth of this misty swamp.
Uh-oh. I think we found the evil bushes.
Annis, you're up.
Alright, so one of them is directly ahead, right?
Yep.
And we got advantage on any attack, right? Far, up close.
Yes.
Correct.
But I think if you move into the Fairy Fire, you have to roll a dex save.
So the Fairy Fire is instant. I don't believe it sticks around.
Oh, okay.
Alright, well, I'm gonna draw my short bow and hit from afar. That's a nat 20.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Oh shit! Because you had advantage on it, you also get sneak attack.
I do. Well, I'm gonna have haunted dreams about this guy. Okay.
It's not people.
I have a short... Of course I didn't put my short bow in my thing. Does anybody know what the damage is for a short bow off the top of their head? I'm
1d6.
How many Dungeon Masters do you have?
How many DMs do you have in the channel?
Too many. It's going to become a problem before this game's over.
No, I love it so much.
I'm waiting for you all to start chanting one of us.
I'm just waiting for. I was waiting for Mish to say something too at the same time. To be honest with you,
I'm looking at my spells to see what I can do on my turn.
Alright, so it sounds like it's 1d6.
Okay, that's a total of 14 damage.
Oh, it did.
Yay!
And is there any place that looks hideable and not suspicious looking that I could use my bonus action for?
There's a big old plant right here.
Alright, I'm gonna run to that and hide.
Okay. Darren, you're up.
Can I try to perceive any other creatures now that we're hearing skittering and scratching?
Yeah, roll perception check with advantage.
23, sorry. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay. As Darren says to everyone, well, there's a shit ton of them. He's going... With his sword drawn, he's gonna cast Blur on himself. There you go. Sorry. One of them was just to take the spell slot away from myself. So for the duration, they have disadvantage when they attack me.
One moment.
I hear coughing in the background.
It's a bad time.
Yeah.
There's some shit going around.
Liam's got something kind of awful.
I can tell.
Sounds
he always
bad.
gets,
Sounds like it's
gets hit hard.
Sounds like it's deep in his chest. Poor guy.
This is after nebulizer treatment this evening.
Oh no!
It's probably actually a good thing because it's probably forcing all the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Do you need a drink?
Just hopefully he doesn't, cough himself raw. That's the worst part.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can kids take Mucinex?
They have kids Mucinex.
I wish I had Mucinex when I was a kid. I had like the worst tar jelly shit that would get stuck in my chest when I was little. You know, the kind of cough that you can chew on after.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that shit.
Mm-hmm.
These kids today got it too easy.
Back in my day, we coughed uphill both ways in a snowstorm.
The Sisyphus of phlegm.
That's you.
Thanks.
Sorry, because he isn't sleeping well. He has to sleep upright. He's in the living room with me. So.
Oh man, that sucks.
Okay. All right, Darren, you cast Blur.
I cast Blur upon myself.
Okay.
Which gives them disadvantage against me, and I am going to shift over here just so that we're not giving them easy targets.
That seems like a good idea. Yeah.
And with that is my turn.
Okay.
When I think about trees, I blur on myself.
All right, so Blue is up first. Alright, he's going to take the attack at Darren, who's the only one who can get close enough to, even if it's at disadvantage. Well, that's shit. 11 to hit?
That does not hit.
Okay, that's his turn.
Aaron's doing his John Cena thing in front of his face.
And his name is. Do, 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 do.
Red is going to attack Gus.
Go for it.
22 to hit.
That's going to hit.
Uh, 10 points of piercing damage.
10?
Yep.
All right. Ugh. Ow. I was going to leave a mark.
Yellow is up. Yellow is going to go after Helios.
No.
These all ranged?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be a 16 to hit.
Yup.
Uh, 7 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
And Jack is up.
All right, so Jack has no ranged abilities whatsoever, and I can't leap or get over there. That much movement. So even though it is going to turn him a shade of green, that is not a good one, and you can tell he is going to hide. He's going to stealth and just try to find a safe spot till they get closer.
You could use your action to dash. Up to you.
That'd take me right in front of two of them, and I think that would be probably the end of Jack at that point.
Up to you.
Yeah, I'll wait till they get closer. I will come over here, and then I will hide over here. Do a. Where's his stealth? 19. Be further back if that needs to be.
Okay. So you're stealthing?
Yep.
Alrighty. Helios, you're up.
Someone better at fighting them, please do.
And I'm going to raise my hands, make a quick series of gestures, and I am going to cast Bless on Gus, Jack, and Anise.
All right.
And then I'm going to hide behind Gus.
Fair enough.
What's Blessed? D4 checks?
Yep.
Cool.
Attack or saving roll.
Okay. Speaking of, Gus, it's your turn.
Okay. Yeah, we can do this. Gus is going to trundle past Darren, kind of pulling the twig out of his shoulder, and just look toward the... who seems to have the most combat proficiency on their shoulders? Darren. You want me to wrangle him?
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to move 25 feet forward.
Oh, there goes my cover.
He's going to cast Thaumaturgy to make his voice boom. So that he can call out, "Come and get it!" And then proceeds to grow twice his size as he begins to rage.
Okay. Give me.
Holy crap baskets!
I have to refresh. For some reason, it's not letting me activate, or it's not letting me do anything with several of the needle blights.
They are paralyzed with terror.
Don't know why. They outnumber you.
Sometimes numbers don't matter.
Yeah, they're not showing up in the initiative, and they won't let me. It won't let me select them. That's fun.
Are they?
They're fucking on the map layer. How the hell did that happen?
I was just gonna ask that because I do that shit all the time.
Whoa!
Maybe when you were putting the fairy fire.
Big icon.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No worries. So that's movement, that's action to cast Thaumaturgy to try and get their attention by just booming, come and get it.
Okay.
As Gus rages, he draws upon some primal power. His fur starts to take on this, like, stony gray appearance in patches and streaks. And that's it for me. That's action, bonus action, and movement.
Okay. These 3 needle blights are going to go. Purple's going to attack Annis. That's a miss. Whoa. Green and orange are also going to attack Annis. Because you're the only person they can really get in range at the moment. Holy shit. Okay, they all miss.
Woo!
They literally all rolled 5s.
Gus's distraction worked.
Yeah, sure did.
No bull.
Well,
I'll be right back.
good luck.
And Rowan, you're up.
Right. Okay. So first, I need to move up to Anise, which I may or may not regret in 5 minutes. And tap her on the shoulder. Do you want the bear's endurance or the cat's grace?
What?
Just pick one.
Cat. Sure, cat.
Cool. So I cast Enhanceability, and Cat's Grace gives you advantage on dex checks, and you won't take any damage falling from 20 feet or less if you're not incapacitated.
Okay, cool. I can get thrown now.
Okay.
As Gus starts warming up his throwing arm.
If it weren't for this bum shoulder, I'd have gone nationals.
Ooh. Jack is a pointy bullet. Ooh.
You've definitely got this, Gus. Can I also do Bardic Inspiration on top of a spell? I don't think it's proper.
Is Bardic Inspiration a bonus
Not a
action?
spell and Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action, yeah.
It is a bonus action. Okay. So yes, I would like to also give Gus a Bardic Inspiration die.
Okay. What?
So you get 1d6.
Sounds good. Anything else for your turn?
Well, I used my bonus action, so I can't actually hide.
You
I'm
can't
going
hide
to
on a bonus action anyway. You're not a rogue.
See, my brain. One day, my brain will remember that. All right. Other than that, I'm just gonna be standing more or less behind Anise with a dagger in my hand. Better than nothing. That's turn.
Okay. Hawthorne, you're up.
Okay, do we think that a fairy fire or a moonbeam? I'm gonna go with moonbeam because because we already got some sources of advantage going on here. Okay. Can Hawthorne see green and orange?
Yeah.
I want to check. Okay, that range works. I want to check another thing real quick. Okay, how many feet is that? Okay, both of those work. In between green and orange, just a little dandelion is going to come up from the ground. And then a second later, a cylinder of light explodes from that dandelion. In a pale pale moonlight just erupts from that. And it smells like a verdant mushrooms. With a hint of stardust in it. And I cast Moonbeam.
Alright, where are you casting it?
Right in between green and orange. It says,
like right there?
So, yeah. You can create like a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm back.
And I want
to deal with something.
Basically I want it to cover those two. They have to make the dexterity save, DC 13.
Okay.
If they... if they succeed, if they fail, they take 10 damage. If they fail, they take 5. Or no, the other way around. If they succeed, they take 5. If they fail, they take 10.
Okay, so what was the DC? 13?
DC 13 dex.
Okay,
wait,
so
I think I'll double check I'll double check if it's dex or not. No, it's con. It's con, not dex.
Okay. They both succeed, so they both take half damage.
Yes, and it's radiant damage if that matters. And then I'm gonna blast green for no particular reason with my starry archer form. That was a good roll, but it looked cocked and I'm consistent. Okay, that's a 17 to hit.
17 definitely hits.
That's 9 damage to green.
Okay, to green.
Yes.
Okay, green is dead.
Ooh. Cool. Yeah. Okay. That is my turn.
Okay, Anise, you're up.
Alright, I am going to move. Does orange look pretty bad off?
Oh yeah, he looks fucked up.
Alright, I'm gonna finish off orange. Hopefully.
The odds are in your favor.
Alright, that's an 18.
18 definitely hits.
Alright, so that is 6.
The needle blight looks so fucked up and it's hanging on by a thread.
I don't.
Burnt to a crisp. Shot.
I'm trying to think of what I can do for a bonus action.
Hide, dodge.
Well, I know I can hide, but we're so early in the level. It's like I'm a nerfed rogue. So.
Yeah, you can also dodge, which will make attacks against you at disadvantage.
True.
Or you could dash.
Alright, I am going to run back around the tree and actually roll to hide this time.
Okay.
For my bonus action. That is a 24.
Okay, you feel very hidden.
And that will end my turn.
Darren, you're up.
All right. So Darren sees that the party is focusing their way on the right side. So he's going to focus over here to the left. He's going to move over. The best part about this is very concealed because I am a blurry mess and you guys cannot see me, but to add flavor to it, just because that's who I am. Darren's teeth grow long and he's going to bite at his wrist and he's going to use his Vital. He's going to take 1d6 damage first before I do that. D6s. Do I not have a d6? 1 point of necrotic damage. And I'm going to give myself a bonus to my attack roll, which is I can use for my spell attack. And I'm going to use Eldritch Blast and hit yellow.
Okay.
So I get an additional 1d6 to this roll, which is going to be 19 to hit.
19 definitely hits.
All right. That's 1d10. 7 points of force damage.
Alrighty.
And with that, fuck it. At the same time, I can use my Eldritch Invocation of Lance of Lethargy, and his speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay, good to know.
And that's his turn. And he's still a blur. And I'm going to make my wisdom saving throw. I rolled a natural 1.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
I go into a bloody frenzy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yes you do.
Let's fucking go.
Oh boy. Okay, that's my turn.
Your
Scent
splinters
of
in your
blood
fangs.
is on the air, yours or someone else's, and you lose your senses. Anyway, it's the Blight's turns. I mean, fuck it. There's a giant guy that's asking to be attacked. They're going to oblige. They're not smart.
He's looking very much like a woodcutter. If that helps.
I now have the March of the Ants stuck in my head.
DM should know better.
Just gonna roll all the attacks at the same time.
You only have to beat a 13.
Okay, so, 1 misses, 1 hits, and 1 crits. So, they're clawing at you with their needle-like little thorny claws. First one hits for 6 piercing damage.
Alright.
Second one hits for 13 piercing damage.
We're at half health, but we're still okay.
And that's their turn, and Jack is up.
Ow. Ow.
Jack, seeing that his friend is in distress, he will run up his... Actually, he's just going to do the leap. That does not appear to be an action. A standing leap. 25 feet. I'll do 20 of it. Right up here. And then he will attack the one with the bagpipe symbol, because I don't know what else this is. The one in yellow. And...
Okay. 18 definitely hits. 8 points of damage. That kills it.
Much obliged.
I have 2 weapons, so I might as well just use my other one on the next one. Because I still have movement, because that was just a leap. So I'll just move up like 5 feet and try for the other one. Click the different one this time. Oh, only 13 this time.
Ah.
Does 13 hit?
Sorry, I got confused by the healing word. Wait, you're hitting it a second time?
Yeah, I have a dual weapon.
Okay.
I have 2 swords.
Does 13 hit red?
Yes, 13 hits red.
Okay, that was for 10.
Nice. It looks very fucked up.
And okay. Then I will back up 5 and then just stay there. And that'll be my movement.
It's going to make an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit?
That is my armor class.
Alright, so meets it, beats it.
Yep.
And it's going to bed. I'll be right back.
Alright, so that'll be 7 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay, so that's your turn?
Yep.
Alrighty. Alright, purple's up. Doesn't see a niece. So, when in doubt, shoot the giantess target in the room. One hit for you there, Gus.
Alrighty.
For 5 piercing. So it shoots a needle at you.
Still standing, technically.
And Helios, you're up.
Okay. This big plant over here by me. Could I duck behind it for cover?
Sure.
Alright, I'm gonna move up there. And I know Gus is tanking a lot of hits. And I am 1 point shy of half my hit points from the one attack that hit me. So I am going to cup my hands around my mouth and shout out to Gus, "You're doing great! You've got this!" And I am going to twin spell Healing Word to target both Gus and myself.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Yes. Good job.
I'm doing something.
Alright, so I rolled for myself. Do you want to roll for yourself, Gus, or have me roll for you?
You can roll it for me.
Right.
I trust you.
Hey!
Trust you for a reason.
And my spellcasting ability modifier is 3.
Why
So
is everyone rolling?
That's me. Sorry. I realized I forgot to roll my d4s. Doesn't matter. I was just rolling, curious what it would have been if I hadn't rolled them.
Gus, you gain 7 hit points. And I gain 6.
I'm above half again. Hell yes.
And then because Healing Word is a bonus action, I'm going to look at purple. Don't you dare hurt my friends! And I'm going to point my finger and launch a ray of frost at him.
Okay.
Um, 14 to hit?
14 definitely hits.
3 damage. And its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay.
I thought that would do more.
And that's it for my turn. I'm going to crouch down behind my cover.
Gus, you're up.
Okay. So, gonna try to clobber red guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a 19 to hit.
19 definitely hits.
And okay, so with rage damage, that's going to be 16 points of slashing damage as the axe. Oh, all right. So one giant axe just cuts the guy in half. Offhand attacks. Can an unarmed strike be an offhand attack, or does it have to be a weapon?
You're a barbarian, you're raging, you're surrounded. Situationally, I'll allow it.
Can I use my horns?
Yeah, why not?
Gus rears back, lets out a toot from his nostrils, and swings wildly with his head at the next guy in front of him.
Jack is standing behind you. I'm very glad you specified it was from your...
That's going to be an 18 to hit.
18 definitely hits.
Okay, so that's a d6. And because it's an offhand attack, I don't add the proficient. You don't add your modifier to damage, right?
No, not unless you have something like dual wield.
Okay, so that's 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
You still fuck it up pretty badly. Just rampaging.
Kind of just rampaging, and as it is a rampage, Gus will use his movement at that point to trundle into melee with all three of these things.
Hell yeah, you do.
Thanks for the help. Whomp, whomp.
You're welcome.
All right, Rowan, you are up.
All right. So, first thing I'm going to do is cast Bane on all three remaining enemies.
Nice.
Good job.
I can figure this out eventually. It just takes me forever. So they all need to make charisma saving throws, and if they fail that, whenever they fail the saving throw, they make an after that they make an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends. They must roll a d4 and subtract the number from their attack.
Yeah, they all fail.
Excellent. Spells
I mean, I rolled for them, but like there it was not a very high. They are not very charismatic crew.
This is an even better spell than I thought it was. Thank goodness. All right. Then I'm going to bonus action cast Healing Word on Gus because he needs it. 1d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. So I don't have to split that at all, I'm just adding it.
Yep.
To my charisma modifier, right?
Yeah.
Actually, Bane is a first level spell, isn't it?
Okay, Gus, you get 10 more hit points. Bane is... yes, a first level spell.
Yeah, the reason I bring it up is technically you can only cast one leveled spell and one cantrip per turn if you have the action availability. You can't do two leveled spells.
Not even one's an action, one's a bonus action? Am I reading this wrong again?
You cannot... You can do a cantrip and a spell level. So
okay.
It's all good. We're sitting good on HP right now, so
okay.
It's all good.
In that case, I'm going to cast Blade Ward on myself.
There you go.
That works.
So I've used Bane, and I've used Blade Ward. Discounting. One moment. Okay. I think that's pretty much it for me. I might back up a few steps because, I don't need to invite and provoke attacks. I'm kind of squishy for that. And that's turn.
Okay. Hawthorne, you're up.
So the dandelion's gonna reappear between orange and purple, but but oriented in such a way that it doesn't hit Gus. And I'm gonna moonlight. Same thing. Constitution save, DC 13. And minus the D4 from Bane. Thank you, Rowan.
Oh, it's a fail. They cannot roll high enough.
That is only 5 damage to both of them.
Alright, so orange bursts into flames. Radiant flames.
Nice. And then I'm gonna hit blue with my bonus action thingy for a 20 to hit.
Yeah,
30.
Yeah, it definitely hits.
A nasty Hawthorne Goblin 20. And 8 damage.
He's dead too.
I just heard the Halo. I just heard the Halo announcer voice in my head go double kill.
Yep.
That is my turn.
All right, Annis, you're up.
Holy shit. So it's just the purple guy left, right?
Always the purple guy.
Yeah, just the purple guy.
Damn.
He always comes back.
Fucked up, half frozen to the ground.
Alright, I'm gonna draw my short bow. Not my short bow. My, short sword. And, is he facing Gus?
Yeah.
Technically, with Gus's reach, you would have flanking if you get behind him.
Is that true, DM?
It sure is. And, flanking, I do, adjacent works as well, so.
Just don't touch the moonbeam.
I'm not gonna touch the moonbeam. But I am gonna touch the tree with my sword. And with sneak attack.
Heck yes.
And with advantage.
Advantage? I rolled 19 twice.
So, and if you pick 19 or 19, pick the higher of the two.
So,
whichever's better.
If you roll the same on 2 different dice, you have to pick the prettier dice.
That's a 20. That's a 24 to hit. I'm assuming that hits.
That definitely hits.
All right. That is 16 points of piercing damage.
That is a dead tree.
Hey, that wasn't so bad. How's everyone doing?
Gus's axe just comes whumping down in front of you.
Holy fuck, you're huge.
Oh, it's dead.
So I'm gonna approach Helios.
Yep. Sure are.
My concentration is gone.
Mm-hmm.
So my blur is gone.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, Helios, you see in Darren's face, it's pale white. His eyes are actually glazed over in a pure black, and he has giant fangs coming from his mouth.
Yeah, The enemies are dead. I did not say we were out of initiative.
So the way that I have Blood Frenzy is that I do get a chance for a Wisdom saving throw if I have to attack an ally.
Okay, yep.
So I'm going to take my Wisdom saving throw before I consume this poor little thing's blood.
It's going to be so spicy.
That's a 15. I did get a 15, and my DC for it currently is 12.
Okay.
So with that, if I succeed, my bloodlust drops. I take a point of exhaustion until I consume blood. So as Darren approaches you, he has this menacing face on, he's going to do something to you, and then all of a sudden his eyes come back and he drops to a knee.
Immediately back up.
And he looks like he's struggling with something.
I know we haven't always been on, the same level, and we don't always see eye to eye sometimes, but you okay, man?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Well,
I am going to use my feature, Initiative High Magic, and that lets me cast Detect Good and Evil once for free per day.
Is that his turn?
Are we still in initiative?
No, we're out of initiative.
Okay. Good to know.
Oh.
Darren is not evil.
That is not what he's looking to detect.
He is undead.
oh, that's why you're so sus.
You all right? All right, Darren?
No, he said no.
Would that interaction have been subtle, or would that have been big enough that everybody would have seen it?
I think only Helios.
Probably Helios, and maybe Rowan you were facing a different direction.
So we've got half the party kind of perplexed about this situation.
And Helios just very overtly backing up.
Are we flanked? What's going on?
Max just turns around and he's pointing his swords away from Darren, behind, as if behind him, expecting something's coming up behind us.
Nope. I don't think the danger's in the jungle. Not anymore. Not from the jungle, at least. Still in the jungle.
So are we all right or not?
I think Darren just tried to eat me.
I'm sorry, so what now?
Anise kind of gives Darren a look,
Now I can tell you, I didn't try to eat you.
Are you sure? Because your mouth was open and you had really big teeth.
Jack is going to do his leap again. He's going to go 20 feet. Not really in front of anybody per se, but kind of still at the same time blocking Aaron from everybody else. He's not overtly keeping his swords pointed at him, but still at the same time just kind of there.
DM, can I roll insight or investigation to kind of make sense, to grok the situation?
Sure.
Probably about time that I rolled a intelligence check of some kind to see if I can figure out what's happening to him?
So roll an 18. Either way, Gus is going to be moving over to Darren because he sees Darren is down, right?
Yes. He's on his knee. Kind of like clenching his fist with his eyes closed.
Yeah, he's just going to get close and kind of like not. He's going to like squat, not really bend over, but like squat there and.
Be careful! Like, I think he bites.
Does this seem like what Madame Ledoux had warned us about?
Maybe? Hard to say.
As Gus leans down, Jack does obviously grip the swords a little tighter and does point them a bit more in the direction. Not overtly, but goes from passive to ready for attack if needed.
Oh, you gotta catch your breath. Take the time you need. Not exactly safe to stick around, but... And he's going to extend a hand. When you're ready, we'll go.
I don't know how Darren would react to this. It's not a particular situation he's ever been in.
That speaks volumes of sadness.
Gus's hand bloody.
Gus is pretty bloodied. He has been stabbed a few times.
So basically, you just offered a vampire steak tartare.
Gus doesn't know that. He just sees a friend is struggling.
Darren will open his eyes and look up at Gus. And he'll take his hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna hoist him up. You got legs?
They're a little weak, but I'll manage.
Alright. You gotta take a knee again, if you need. And he makes like a carrying gesture.
Ian, can I ask you your opinion on something?
Sure.
So, I don't think that in base 5e, like, blood loss is a condition. A crazy way to start a sentence.
But exsanguination is not a condition.
It is not.
But do you think that so damage done in a wild shaped form does not carry over to your body? Like
right.
You just poof back into yourself. Do you think the same thing would apply to blood loss?
Oh, buddy.
Huh.
That's an interesting question.
Oh, buddy.
So technically, Heather, and you can stop me. Technically, depending on what you're asking, right?
I love this and I'll allow it.
So if you're offering a blood sacrifice, let's say, to Darren, you would take necrotic damage. And that's how you would lose blood. If that's what you're going for. I don't know exactly what you're going for, but...
That's how I like to keep it, buddy. Hawthorne's gonna trundle up, look up at Darren, who's nearly twice her height, and say, it wasn't a metaphor, was it? When you said the thing, that wasn't a metaphor.
So Darren will look down at Hawthorne, and for maybe the third time, you'll see a smile go across his face. And he'll say, I don't speak in metaphors.
What was the metaphor?
I think I'm only getting half a conversation.
Yeah, me too. I'm still a little freaked out.
Goblins don't let each other go hungry. You can't be yourself if you're hungry. You can't do what you need. You guys, the only way the village can do what it needs is for everyone to be their best, and you can't be your best if your stomach's gonna get going.
As the person he was trying to eat, I have thoughts about that.
Look back at Helios and be like, I'm trying to negotiate that myself.
Thorn, I think you're saying what I think you're saying. You don't have that much blood. You're very small.
Not this body, but... and Hawthorne ends the conversation and turns into a horse.
Why is Hawthorne a horse?
I love that. When in doubt, Horsethorn.
And a green horse just lays down with her neck exposed.
Oh. Okay. So, Darren, do you want to explain to everybody, or are you not in the mood?
Darren will look over at Hawthorne, and then look over at Nice, and then look over at Hawthorne. And not knowing if Hawthorne can even understand him, Darren pats her on the head and says, "I don't consume the blood of those I feel as though are my friends."
Hey.
Hawthorne fully rolls her eyes. And it gives the horse equivalent of you fucking serious?
You fucking serious?
You for real, bro? We doing this?
Really? I'd totally wasted a spell slot here. What the fuck are you doing, bro?
Bruh.
She is 100% on down for you to get what you need from her horse form, if that's what you need.
Oh shit! I don't know how I should react to this. That's the best part. Darren looks over,
turning its neck to the side, exposing the vein, doing everything it can to make it bulge a bit.
Darren looks over at everyone that's sitting there staring at him, which is just about everyone at this point, probably besides the horse who's turned their neck sideways for him to consume the essence of its life. And looks at him and says, "Well, I guess there's no way to beat around the bush about it. Well, I'm a vampire." Pretty simple.
Oh, so that's why you're undead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that explains it. Oh. He's gonna avert his gaze. Gus is gonna just turn his back on this whole scenario. Like a privacy thing.
So you didn't want to hurt the mayor, you wanted to eat him.
I didn't want to hurt the fucking mayor. I try not to consume that of people, things. And typically, if I do consume the blood of a creature, I try not to kill it.
Helios, he wanted to ask a question and get a job.
No. Actually, I was wondering if the mayor himself knew where this hag was.
Is that not your job? Politely inquiring.
If you consider revenge a job, then
can you get money out of it?
That's not what I was after.
Convenient side effects.
Jack has put both swords in one hand and taken the other hand and just kind of
massaging in between his eyes, and just goes, "Yep, okay. I'm gonna go sit over here for a while and just wonder how my life got to this point. Just let me know when we start talking about watches. You have a good
Doctor
night."
would
When
at a
when
guess.
Stylus Jack
Oh.
is giving you side eye. When Stylus Jack is like, yikes, bro.
We have gotten to a point.
Ooh,
Oh, Hawthorne's
yikes.
trying to get you to drink her blood. I get it now.
Yes, she's
Yes.
trying to help me out. I take it.
That's very nice.
Jack just kind of wanders over and just sits on a log and is just kind of.
I was just trying to help people.
I
don't know
mean,
what's going on.
horses do have a lot of blood. And offering it, wouldn't you consider that probably the most trustworthy thing someone could do?
Darren sinks his teeth into the horse.
Okay, well, that
Conversations I
was
thought
enough
I'd never
pep talk.
hear.
I've done my job. Oh, anyway, don't. I'm not staring at that.
With
Uh,
so Darren, the sensation is similar to Pop Rocks.
Why is my mouth popping right now?
I don't know, because I
I
imagine
didn't
Star
need to hear
Girls
that.
taste like Pop
I
Rocks for some
can't
reason.
look away.
I heal 4 points and consume my blood. That's if the DN allows me to consume the blood of a magical horse. Is it a cool sensation? Like, is it like, wow, these are pop rocks. This is awesome. Is that kind of sensation?
Yeah.
No.
Hawthorne basically reacts to it the way you would like a mildly unpleasant shot.
It lasts forever.
Just kind of like stiffens and then relaxes when he's done.
He doesn't take too long.
Then after he's done, she just so that did 4 damage.
4 necrotic.
4 necrotic. Okay, so that's fully the riding horse has 10 HP. So then lets him finish and then turns back into herself and is like, I didn't even hurt that bad.
What can I say? I try to be gentle.
Yeah, alright. And then looks at the other one, and then looks at like the rest of the party who seem pretty upset. Right? And like, y'all are a bunch of babies.
Everyone's looking away, and Helios has just been staring slack-jawed.
I'm not a baby.
I figured that he'd want privacy. Are we done? Oh, yeah.
That was weirdly captivating.
Do we want to set up watch? Do we want to? What? I know the hours.
Yeah, what time of day is it right now?
It's been twilight, but yeah, guesstimating by your internal clock, probably like 4 or 5. Like, you'd be cutting out early, but you guys have had a fucking day too, so.
Well, I'm sure the birds will be happy.
Are we really camping in the field where all the evil bushes attacked us?
No, I think we should move to a nicer place before we camp. So come on, everybody, on your feet. Let's scout out a better place.
Away.
Aren't we near that tower thing?
What was that?
I don't know if we want to get too close to that if we are.
Can we see it from here?
Looking back to Anis, I think we're getting closer to that tower. I think the bird said that the needle things and the tower were in the same direction. And the hag makes the needle things. If we're going to camp close to that, we should be careful, that's all.
And exactly why I want to try and find a not here place to settle down.
Fair enough.
Are you good at finding places? Because you're also very good at finding directions.
Good at directions. Can't really see too well with, he looks outward. I don't got the night
vision
sight.
Dark vision?
That's the one.
Hawthorne will give you advantage on the wisdom checks. So is the idea that we're going to go down for a long rest?
Search for a better place to long rest.
I'm energized. I don't know why we want to rest so quickly, but
can't imagine why.
I mean, you can take all the watches if you want.
Well, I mean, I do need to sleep. I can't stay awake forever.
Well, then you take the first watch. If you're all juiced up, I guess. There you go. First watch. On you.
Sounds great. By myself. Wonderful.
Maybe someone should be awake as well, just in case.
No,
I'll take first watch. Never mind.
Thank you.
You get Squeaky.
This is an internal punishment.
Hey, you and Hawthorne decided I was leader, so that's what I'm saying is going. So you and Squeaky get first watch.
I don't know why she keeps calling him Squeaky.
You got a
That's your
nickname.
voice.
Sign of endearment.
Oh, I was looking at Darren when I said that. I don't know why she keeps calling him Squeaky.
I don't think I'm the one she's calling Squeaky there, Squeaks.
My voice is very deep.
And Squeaky, yes.
Turns out he's a grung baritone. He has like the deepest grung voice of all those in the bog.
Hawthorne will cast Enhance Ability on herself. Will cast Enhance Ability on herself for advantage on wisdom checks. And then roll a perception check with advantage to find a good place to bed down.
Guidance.
Okay.
That's a 15 plus 1 for a 16.
Yeah, you find a spot. That seems fine.
She seems extremely like what happened with the blood thing barely seems to be on her mind. Has moved on completely internally.
Fucking Helios is gonna have nightmares.
He's bedding down on the far side of the camp from Darren.
Better nightmares than something awakening.
Okay.
I mean, Helios was enraptured by the feeding.
With vampires, it goes one of two ways. Just saying.
You should be happy that he didn't feed on you.
You almost got God.
They are incredibly happy.
Okay. So you guys are all settling down for the night.
Jack will start a fire. We'll get some kindling, and within walking distance. Won't go too far out of the way, but he'll get some wood and start a fire.
I mean, we could just burn stupid needle things. You're that desperate?
You could just throw the bodies of the things we just killed into a fire.
No, you don't want to burn green wood.
Is it, though? I mean, Gus already hewed them, so...
You know, burning one of
Why
those
does this wood
things
smell like
would
barbecue?
probably bring the worst curse to this group of whatever the fuck we are. And
We're cremating. We're cremating and staying warm at the same time. You know, it's a service.
No, it's not happening.
No, it's just kindling I'm finding.
At least you're not bound to an eternal life of bloodlust and hunger.
Just gotta bring
On second
down
thought,
the mood,
let's
right?
not get you cursed further.
Let's not make this a pissing contest, alright?
I'm just saying.
But once everybody's down and asleep, Jack is just kind of there, walking around, checking the perimeter. And finally, you know, after uncomfortable silence, just goes, "So, how'd that happen?"
How'd what happen?
How did that happen? When did you take up needlepoint? What are you thinking? I mean, when did you take up the taste of copper?
3 months ago, roughly. A little over.
Is that related to your reason for hunting the hag?
Yes.
Do we think that if we stop the hag, that will remove the curse?
No.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Not your fault. Unless you send a vampire and a hag after me and my family.
No. That is not something Stylish Stack would ever do.
Alright then.
So, is there anything we should do? Keep an eye out for? Any warning signs we should know?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I guess, you know, try not to bleed.
Well, you know, as a general rule, Stylish Stack tries never to bleed. He's very hard on his clothes.
I see that.
He's very proud of his outfit. He's almost kind of posing as he says that.
How did you become a frog? Were you born that way?
I am a grun.
I have no idea what that is.
A grun, they're not the most civilized of people. But they're swamp people mostly. But luckily I was raised by a friend who taught me the ways, told me the stories of a great hero who I idolized and learned from and patterned my ways after him and decided to become an adventurer like him. The great Jack Styles. So I decided to become Stylish Jack.
Sounds boring.
It's a living. As a result, I don't really get along well with other gruns because they're kind of basic. Not basic per se, but they're very boring. I don't know. They're boring.
They're boring.
That knows that's for life. But yeah, I get to help people. I get to right wrongs. I get to protect the innocent.
And he's, you know, he's standing, he's
he was sitting for a moment, but he's like up on one knee and he goes, I have to save people, protect others, right wrongs. And you can tell this is almost a prepared speech that he has done probably more than once.
And people think I'm strange.
Strange is fun. It wants to be dull and boring.
Strange is fun. So you think thirsting for blood is fun?
I think thirsting for... I am a Gren, so yes, I am dressed quite impeccably, but I did, at one point, live in a small Gren village. I have seen blood drinking species before. You're not the first. It's been a while, but, to each their own. It was just not something I was expecting to see in this party. At least not somebody turn into a horse and then basically say, drink me. Not after battling prickly bushes. Just not the end of the day I was expecting.
Me neither, to be honest with you. I suppose that's my fault, though.
Yeah, that happens, I guess. But then again, if nothing unexpected happened, then I would probably be in a swamp somewhere, and you would be, I don't know, wherever you would have been. Who knows? And we wouldn't be here, having this conversation. And I, for one, am glad to have met you.
As much as
you don't have to you don't have to have enjoyed meeting me. Just know that I have enjoyed meeting you. Stylish Jack will work his way into your heart. Do not worry, he does to everybody.
No.
And if he doesn't, you will at very least tolerate him. That is okay. I am going to take a quick look around just to make sure that there are no new prickly bushes. I'm not going far, but if you could just keep an eye on the fire.
Sure.
This entire time, Helios has been lying with his back towards them, just staring out into the woods and listening to the entire conversation.
Should I do a perception or investigation?
Oh, that's so Helios, you're still awake, huh?
And lying very, very still.
Okay. So I'm going to start to talk to Samuel as Jack walks away. Just an FYI.
We lose the DM.
That's even more hilarious.
No, we didn't lose the DM.
Okay. Should I do a perception or investigation just to see what's going on?
I mean, I would say this is not something you would pick up on.
No, I was doing a walk around. They can have their conversation. Right. I can just walk away. I'm just trying to see if there's anything, no new prickly bushes coming around or anything like that.
Okay. In that case, yeah, perception.
Okay.
As he does that, if you want to respond to him, that's fine.
Still red eyes in odd numbers, prowling around the edges of your camp, but not getting closer.
Okay, I'll do a walk around so they can have their conversation while I'm doing that.
So Darren starts to speak to Samuel. So what do we do now? Do we just leave, or?
I think that it might be worth sticking it out with them. At the very least, see what the hag says.
Yeah, but I almost killed that poor kid.
No one seems to be holding it against you.
Well, I don't know about that. Sure, Hawthorne won't hold it against me. Gus seems understandable. Not sure about Rowan and Anise. I'm sure Helios will hold this one against me.
Have you tried apologizing to Helios?
Nah. I'm not too good with those.
You'd be surprised how far I'm sorry I almost ate you goes.
But I mean, to be fair, I didn't almost eat them. I just almost consumed their blood. Well, it's a little different. Can I do a perception check?
Sure.
Because I am going to look over at Helios. I guess you consider this an insight check too. I mean, it depends on what you want to call.
Yeah, I'd say
insight. Yeah. That is a 19. And I'm trying to see the body language. How do you explain this? Do they seem afraid and maybe restless?
Okay.
Let's see here. Helios is pretending to be asleep. And apparently doing a piss poor job of it. One moment.
Checks out so good.
Oh, yeah. This makes perfect sense.
You could see the stain of shit.
Yeah, no, this is on brand for Helios. I don't know what they're doing, but I guess they're being a little too still and not like breathing regularly. One way or another, Darren knows they're awake. As far as body language goes, Helios is definitely wary, but has been listening and not changing their body posture. So they haven't, like, gone stiff with fear or tried to scoot further away. They've just been. I think Darren definitely knows that they've been eavesdropping this entire time.
Okay. Helios, I'll be honest with you. I've only known you for a short while, but I want you to know something. That I wouldn't hurt you at all. It's one of the reasons I was able to stop myself. So if you are afraid of me, I can completely understand. But I am truly sorry that you had to witness that.
There's a moment of silence followed by, "Are you saying that because you think I'm asleep or because you know I'm awake?"
Because I know you're awake.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I'm glad we got that out of the way.
If it makes you feel better, you're not the worst thing I've ever seen.
A little bit.
I'm still going to be restless for a while, though.
Perfectly normal.
Good chat.
Jack will come back. Be like, just so you know, the eyes are still out there.
Won't say loud,
Fantastic.
just loud enough for you to hear it.
I'm not going to sleep for a while.
Just loud enough for Darren to hear it. It was like I was walking over to Torment Helios. The eyes are still there.
I know I've been staring at them for the last 20 minutes.
You know, it might be a little bit better if you stared at the fire.
But then they'd be staring at my back.
And with that existential horror, we're going to call it for tonight.
Hey, good game.
Good game. That was fun.
Good game.
We had thrills. We had spills.
We had chills.
We had chills.
Comedy tonight.
Oh boy.
And that existential horror, where the vampire among them is not the scariest thing in the forest.
It's pretty sad.
And that doesn't mean you have to take it as a challenge.